longer than that. What's substantial is the clock is ticking and running on his presidency for those first 100 days when he's trying to get things happen here. And next week is the wonderful day.
Jeff Zeleny, thank you very much. And I want to go now to Matthew Bell, Chief Strategist for the Bush-Cheney presidential campaign, and John Dean, who served as the White House counsel. So let's just start with you, Matthew. When we heard Joe Biden speaking in that interview, the president talking about intelligence briefings as well, right? And saying that he does not think that Donald Trump should get intelligence briefings, which a former president would be entitled to ask for, right? And to get. He said, no, because of his erratic behavior unrelated to the insurrection. How unusual is a moment like this?
Well, first, I thought you were going to say Edelweiss says we came on the air in honor of Christopher Plummer and Barron Trap, but since we're not there, who passed away today.
Yes.
It's highly unusual, but Donald Trump's been a highly unusual president, and it seems logical to me that if you believe Donald Trump is a danger and unfit to our country, why would he get some of the most important briefings that any person in the world would possibly get? And so it seems very, very logical that the President Biden would sort of put his hand down and say, listen, he shouldn't get them. And my guess is at some point a decision will be made internally that he doesn't get them. But there is no reason for Donald Trump to get them. He's not going to add any value. And the big question is he could actually be a negative influence on the world stage if he gets those briefings.
The rice cooker.
I mean, that is, and I know there's been, former national security, Sue Gordon had written that op-ed saying she thought he was, especially primed for, foreign manipulation because of what he does now. As all this is happening, John, we have the impeachment trial, and the big questions here. You heard Jeff Zeleny that Joe Biden obviously has been, playing the same line on this, not talking about how he vote because he just wants it to finish and then be done. But how long do you think that this will go? We're hearing it could go long every day. We don't know, even though obviously the facts have been in front of us for quite some time.
Aaron, it's kind of stunning that just days before the trial, the Senate has established no rules for the trial. That apparently Schumer and McConnell can't get together and agree upon how long this trial should run. I think the House managers would like to know. I would suspect it could run a minimum of 10 days, trial days, but maybe more.
I mean, that's a long time. Now, Matt, let me just ask you in that context here, again, I guess the goal is what they're trying to accomplish. Right now, they don't have the Republican votes for this to go through. But they may know that and still want to make a certain point to everyone in the country. The facts have been in front of us and in front of everyone in this country for quite some time. What would they use all that time for? Do you think they're going to call witnesses?
Well, Aaron, I think for all of us and anybody that wants to make improvements in the world and fight for justice and all the things that are important to us is many times you fight battles you know you're going to lose. If all we did was fight battles that we knew we were going to win, we would never achieve anything. And so I think the primary goal for the Democrats, and as a proxy for our country, is to get to the truth and have some accountability. Punishment is the least important thing of this. Whether or not he gets convicted, in my mind, is the thing that is the least likely to occur and the least important in this. It's really important that we establish some level of...
I knew that was going to happen. I just didn't know it was going to hit the ceiling that hard.
Who helped in the process that we may or may not know today. And so as long as that takes to do, I think the country benefits. And the majority of the country right now wants this to go through, wants former President Trump to be held accountable. And one other point I'll make is the Scopes monkey trial was a trial between fundamentalism and ignorance versus science and evolution. Science and evolution lost in that battle, but in the end, science and evolution won in the long battle to educate our children. So just because you think you might lose doesn't mean you should not fight the battle and expose the truth to the American people.
I like the analogy, and obviously, that's a powerful analogy. So John, the Trump's legal team has argued, I quote, I just read it. It is denied that President Trump intended to interfere with the counting of electoral votes. What's the purpose of that, John? I mean, we all know that that's just false, right? He tried to interfere with the counting again and again. He tried to overturn it. He called the Georgia Secretary of State. He tweeted that afternoon that Mike Pence needed to go in there and stop it from happening. How can they even put something like that on paper?
Where
Well, that's one of the reasons I think that the House managers wanted to call Trump as a witness, because that very issue is at stake in this trial. He obviously did, as you say, try to interfere with the counting process, and he tried repeatedly. He tried on levels we might not even know at this point. So I think that the brief that was filed by the
No, it probably won't.
Trump team is very thin.
So
They're
what is
relying
that?
totally on that vote of 45 senators who wanted to table the issue on constitutionality and pick that up later and make that the thrust of the trial.
Yeah.
The thrust of their brief is that it's not constitutional. So they don't really want to get into these facts and try to address them when they know they can't win on the facts.
Matthew, a quick final word. What kinds of witnesses do you think they should call? I mean, this is on the longer side, and by the way, what John's suggesting would be, 3 times longer than the Russia trial itself for impeachment for Trump. Who should they call?
Well, I'm a big advocate of call witnesses and don't just show video. One, it's more authentic, and two, it makes it less of a show. Call as many witnesses as you need the public to hear about what the facts of the case are and what the truth of this is. And so call witnesses, call people from that were insurrectionists that are willing to testify that says, yeah, I came up to the Capitol, and yeah, I broke into the Capitol, and yeah, I beat up cops because I was doing what the president wanted me to do. So the more you can connect the dots, in my view, with real witnesses, the better for the American public to make a judgment on this about what the facts are.
All right, thank you both very much. And next, the breaking news, President Biden conceding tonight that he will not be able to raise the minimum wage to $15 through his stimulus bill because of how they're doing the legislation. This is a top economist under Presidents Obama and Clinton, says the stimulus bill is too big and that the price we might pay as a country would be stunningly high. That economist, Larry Summers, is out front. Plus, Marjorie Taylor Greene says the Republican Party is now the party of Trump. Is she right? And a dating coach in New York City facing charges for his alleged role in the insurrection, allegedly saying, quote, seeing cops literally run was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
We all have a
Nee, it didn't.
No, it's not gonna go back in there.
And this one?
No, that won't go back in there either.
So how you do it? How you close it?
I don't think you do.
So I need to drink this all?
Right now, yeah.
No, I don't think wine is something like that matters if it's open or not. Like I put one of these in overnight open and it didn't hurt it at all. It won't hurt it to leave it open. The only reason I usually put the cork back in is in case I knock it off the table, it won't spill, but it won't hurt. Won't hurt it at all being open.
Fuck. So,
You're gonna teach Sarah bad words, just the way that the dishwashers at High Alpine taught you. Next thing you know, Sarah, when she starts barking, she's gonna bark, 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 bark. Honey, give up. It's not going in there.
yeah, but this is full. So do I need to drink this all?
No, did you hear me? Just put it back in the refrigerator, it's okay. It's okay.
There's a bubbles and it will,
Oh, if there's bubbles,
yeah,
then it's champagne. Really, it's bubbles?
it's Moscato. Yeah,
All of your Moscatos have been champagne?
yeah, look,
No, let me,
see?
wow, let me dip. It is. Yeah, it is, it's champagne. It's not one, it's champagne. Well, I don't think there's anything you can do about it now, it's gonna go flat. Even if you could cork it.
Sparkling.
Sparkling, yeah, sparkling means bubbles. I mean, we could try to put,
What the heck? Why?
well, it just doesn't fit, it's not the right size. And I don't
Yeah,
know.
but why this is the right size when you?
It wasn't, that's why it flew out of there. I mean, you open that by pushing it with your thumbs, and when that thing finally
Or
lets
maybe I
go,
can,
boy.
hold on. Maybe I can.
I'll just let you do it.
I am happy.
Okay, good.
Good job, Grace. You didn't think, Johnny.
No. Tomorrow, tell me if there's still bubbles.
Yeah.
I'll bet you there won't be.
Dollar minimum wage increase will make it into the final COVID relief bill.
You also want to raise the minimum wage to $15. Is that something you would be willing to negotiate on in order to get Republican support?
Well, apparently that's not going to occur because of the rules